Beautiful. We understand that there's a missing link, there's a gap that we need to bridge, and that's where youth like myself came in and my team who are present here from the Youth Vision Alliance Network and Zero Carbon Africa. So what we do back is to do a project called Echoes from Doha, and that's to use social media tools and also radio stations back at home in partnership with us with TV stations, and report back to them, breaking down these policies and all these frameworks to the grassroots level. And they also have this Skype call and also other tools where they can reach back to us and we explain to them the processes and the decisions that have been made by our negotiators here. That's what we do for now in Doha.
Right, and obviously you can make that relevant, you can explain what's happening here, but it has a relevance to young people in Nigeria. Why is that?
Yeah, because like I said, a BBC statistics in 2009 tells us the fact that Nigerian youths, most of them, even less than 1%, understand the whole idea behind climate change. Less than 1%. So we feel there's a missing gap in the awareness level. And that's why we take it upon ourselves as youth, not to just explain to them, but to also bring about an event called the Arts and Climate Change. And that's using arts and entertainment to showcase the impact of climate change in our midst. So we had that September 27th this year. And also to go beyond just rhetorics and beyond words, we also launched a campaign and a project called the National Day of Action. And what that means is that on October 25th of every year, youth across the nation, the 36 states in the Federation, take simple steps to combat the effects of climate change. So as I speak to you, we have thousands of people in Nigeria who have signed up to that project right now. And also we followed up with that by also initiating grassroots projects such as planting of trees. You understand, when it comes to climate change, the easiest way to pass the message across to secondary school students is to involve them, to give them practical tools in which they can also be part of the solutions. So what we did was to reach out to secondary schools around the states in Nigeria and got their secondary school principals to actually support and endorse the project. And we were planting moringa trees all around the schools, and this action was taken by the students themselves. So the students right now are also being signed up to become change agents, not just to hear about, but at their own level and their own grassroots level, they are taking the little steps they can take to combat climate change effects in the nation.
So that's all very positive, but people in Nigeria, young people in Nigeria especially, are being hit by the effects of climate change. Tell me a little bit about how hard some of the difficulties people in Nigeria have faced.
Yeah, flooding, for instance. You see a rain that kind of rain should have taken a span of 3 months, falls in a day, and people lost their businesses, poultry farms, because we have most youth who are actually entrepreneurs who go about their own daily businesses by themselves. They run their businesses based on the fact that they are into some agricultural business lifestyle. So the rain, the heat in this northern part of Nigeria, we have a lot of migration. People live in the north due to these droughts and desertification, going to the western part, the southwest part, and we're having so much population there. So it has affected so much businesses and so much transport kind of life. So.
You talk about less than 1% understood the effects of climate change and negotiations related to climate change. Yeah. You're confident now that that figure is rising with the work you've been doing, with the involvement of so many more people?
Yeah, definitely, because like I said, the last COP, Durban, we had just a few Nigerians representatives were there, right, and we have more of them. And like I said, we did echoes from Durban. Right now, we already have a platform on our blog and on the Skype call where we had a Cisco conference call. We have more people who have actually come to ask questions. They've been posting their questions online. So the reachability and the exposure and the awareness has increased right now. And we can actually say very big kudos to the team of Nigerian youths who have been present here and who have come together to form a synergy to reach back with the informations to get to the grassroots level where the youth can assimilate and understand that it's not just rhetoric, it's not just a myth. Climate change is something that is understandable, and it starts with everybody taking simple steps, like not burning trees anymore. Be careful before you print a paper. Count the cost. If you can send the tools via email, if you can Bluetooth messages, why print a paper? For each paper you print, just understand that a tree is being cut down and a tree is losing its life there. So we we are working that to the grassroots level. So every youth right now, at least to a basics, we can say we've actually moved a percentage of ignorance has been eradicated based on our positioning and our advocacy when it comes to climate change awareness, when it comes to Nigerian youth.